Within those 9 months, a man can go and impregnate another 100 women, but yet the issue is bestowed on us women to take care of ourselves when these guys are being very reckless.
Yeah, but I get your point because like sex is a choice, but periods.
It's not a choice.
This is 263 Corner.
Hi guys, welcome back to 263 Corner. It's your girl Chelsea and we're back with another episode. Today's episode is proudly brought to you by Be Phenomenal or Be Forgotten. For more information, please go out and check out their Instagram page to make any orders. We are currently wearing their hoodies, but they also have sweaters and shorts and bucket hats that you can purchase. Before we get into the nitty-gritties of today's episode, we've just got one more announcement that I would like to let you guys know about. So the Africa Cup of Nations Poland First Edition is coming up on the 21st of May, Sunday, the 21st of May. Nations versus Nations, battling out for glory and celebration of Africa Day. And this is proudly brought to you by trendy_TC on Instagram. I would just like to let you guys know that we're also going to be a part of this. And Shaks, would you like to tell the people what we'll be doing at the Africa Cup of Nations?
Okay, so guys, basically the 263 family is going to be there. So if you want to take pictures, if you want to join us, please come through. And I will be your commentator that day. So guys, Inangu, let me say this in Shona. Inini. Tuka, I diss people. So please, please, it's nothing personal. It's just for fans, just bands, guys. So,
just banter.
Bands.
It's nothing serious.
It's nothing serious. Don't take
it's nothing serious. So guys, please be there or be told about this cool event. We're going to be there, come in your numbers and chill with us, and we'll be rolling live at the Africa Cup of Nations. So today's episode, I am joined by two new faces actually. One of the faces is always behind the scenes, always making things happen. So from my left, this is Melgo Tech.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Or Melgo or Slick Cuts.
AKA Sleazy.
Whatever you want to call him. Yeah. How are you feeling that you're in front of the camera today?
Well, it's just a normal feeling.
It's a normal feeling?
Yeah, it's a normal feeling.
Or was this like an everyday thing for you? It's like
I'm always behind the camera, so like I'm used to the atmosphere in the room.
Okay,
You're a superstar.
Come on.
It's nothing cheap to you.
And my internet husband.
What's up, baby? How are you?
Hi, Shaks. How are you doing?
I'm good. I missed you so much.
I missed you too, Shaks. It's nice to have you here in the building. Business as usual.
Yes, ma'am.
And we've got a special guest in the building today. Her name is... I'd like to call her future president, Tandiwe. How are you doing?
Anders, I know PF, please.
Thank you so much. Hi, guys. So, a little bit about myself.
Yeah, sure. Get right into it. Get right into it.
As she said, my name is Tandi. I am a 19-year-old Zimbabwean who is living here in Warsaw, Poland. And my future aspirations, as she said already, future president. So, guys... But I'm very excited to be a part of you guys, getting to know you guys, and it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting?
Yeah,
we look forward to diving into the aspirations and where they came from. So, Tandiwe, you cut it short. You just said you want to be president, but you didn't really, there's obviously got to be a story, behind wanting to be president, and just maybe your path so far that has led you up to being in Poland at this time and being at this table right now.
Okay, good question.
Yeah.
So, first, before Dad died, me and my father always had this thing on seeing me join either parliament or just have a big influence within politics itself.
Okay.
So when he did die, I was like, okay, I have to now actually fulfill the things me and my dad used to talk about. So between now and then, I've been taking part in conferences like MUN conferences, moods and stuff like that to kind of build my character for me to actually get ready for the whole thing. And yeah, I guess coming to Poland is kind of low-key helping that. But Poland is not the end goal for some of us,
Okay.
Move on to the next after this.
Okay, that's cool. So have you attended any MUN functions so far. Were you part of MUN in high school?
Yes, I was.
Oh, okay,
Yes, I
that's
was.
cool. That's cool.
Shout
That's
out
cool.
to Peter House, by the way.
That's cool. So, you said you were part of like functions, MUN functions here in Poland.
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit more about that? Because I'm actually shocked that they are MUN functions.
It's
here.
been interesting. The ones in Poland, to be honest, are not as strict as traveling internationally. So, for example, I took part in one in November, the Poland MUN done by SGH University. They're a bit relaxed. I wouldn't recommend to go to that one if you actually want to take things seriously.
Okay.
Things I would recommend is maybe the Future We Want, where you actually go to New York, you go to Geneva, you go to Switzerland. They are more serious. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be going there towards the end of the year.
Okay.
But in Poland, I wouldn't say it was a bad experience because I was able to meet ministers here in Poland, and it kind of helps you create those connections you need. And then overall within Europe itself, I would guess my favorite one so far was the IEU MUN. That was very interesting. I got to meet different kinds of people, all walks of the world, and it's kind of helping, create those connections I'll need. In Zimbabwe, we need oil, we need gas. So you make these,
everything.
exactly, you make these connections whilst you're young. And then obviously I took part in the one in Istanbul, Turkey. That one was a very interesting experience because I just saw that I'm really a small shark in a very, very, very big world. No pun intended.
You're a shock.
So it's so far so good. Hopefully on to the next. Hopefully we'll be going to Brussels and then Switzerland and then fingers crossed to New York.
Oh, okay.
Wow, yeah, that's good.
That's
good.
very impressive.
This gets me
actually.
thinking like Sharks is the only place he's gone is Lublin. Talking about Switzerland, Geneva,
and New York. No, that's actually very good. I've always wanted to be like in the forefront of like speaking engagements. So it's quite inspiring to hear you speak about these things and how it actually, like, you can actually take part in those type of things here in Poland. Because I feel like here some of our universities don't offer us that full university experience.
For sure.
Because if I was maybe in a different country, I would be taking part in MUN and public speaking and debate. Like there would be those kind of university things. But I guess you would just have to stretch your wings a little bit and look for those things and then be part of them. So can you tell us a bit more about your side hustle? I know that being part of MUN and speaking is the long-term goal, but I know that there's short-term goals that you're pushing on the side. And how are you managing with school? Is it easy? Is it hard? What's the thing?
I'm not gonna lie, it is a bit hard, but to be honest, I guess the biggest motivation is imali. Mina ngithanda imali. I like money, so I guess that's kind of my biggest motivation. The side hustle is real estate, and by the way, if you're coming to Poland, guys, in September, we've got you guys covered, TD accommodations, and it's been an interesting thing because I used to sleep on the real estate industry, but it's crazy how many Africans are unable to get a good accommodation at a good price because they're black. So I experienced that firsthand. Trying to get myself a studio because I was black was a bit difficult, and also Shag's old, what's this called, landlord, she was also who was a bit tricky to get.
Yeah, she was a problem.
Yeah, so I guess that's what kind of, helped me want to join real estate and help other black people. I'm not going to lie, some of my prices are a bit high, but at least I know I'm offering you guys like a proper accommodation. You're not going to be fighting with horrible landlords or racist landlords.
Okay.
When you're settled, you're settled.
Okay, so what's the what can I say? What's the price list? How do you charge? Does it depend on the area? Or if you find like, what can I say, 2-bedroom apartment, you put on an extra 200 zloty for yourself. What's the how
The
do you?
nitty-gritties.
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, of course, location is very important. If you want city center, majority of apartments for studio city center, you're looking at between 3,000 to 5,000 zloty. And then if you want like a shared apartment, majority of my shared apartment are just recently renovated, so you're looking at 1.6 to 1,800. And the way I'm paid is a situation of, if your rent is 1,600, your deposit is going to be 1,600, and then my commission of 1,600.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
Wow.
how we did.
that's
like
a lot
that.
of money.
Not exactly, because tax is also going to take.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
This is a registered business. It's different from your barber.
Shots fired.
These guys have an ongoing, I don't know what it's not a beef, but they have this thing. They're like, what
I
can
can
I
feel
say?
the tension even.
They're like Perry the Platypus and the Professor.
Yeah.
They have this thing where they make I don't know, they tease each other and then they laugh about it, and then but it seems like it's personal. So don't don't
it's
take
not
it seriously.
personal.
It's not
Just
personal. It's not
yeah,
personal,
they do
it's
this
just-
all the time.
Yeah, it's just for fun.
It's just for fun.
Yeah, it's just
Saka
for fun.
apana vanotombofunga zvinotaura sharks.
No, not at all.
Because zvainombotaura zvizoridisa.
No.
Okay, as a young African student living in Poland, what are some of the challenges that Tandiwe has faced and how has she managed to overcome them?
Good question. I think first and foremost, guys, finding a job when I first got into Poland, I think that really pushed me to really hustle because I hate sitting down and doing nothing. So like the first 3 months, I'll say first 2 months, it was very annoying. I feel like that was the hardest challenges because if you don't have a connection, you have to really ngwava. I don't know how to put that in English.
Yeah, you need to look.
You really need to look. So I guess the first one now was working at McDonald's. Y'all, I don't recommend. Don't go. I really don't recommend. I guess that was the hardest challenge, working at McD. But then obviously after I found my footing and creating connections, mingling with people, it kind of eased the whole situation. And also racism. Oh my goodness. We need to actually talk about that because Polish people feel very entitled to either touch my hair or just want to, especially the men, when you're on the bus, they just feel like it's a right for them just to sit next to you and speak to you the way they please. And it's just, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like these Polish men see African women more as objects.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like,
They're really
I
objectifying
will have
us.
this one tonight. But no, that's not it. Respect my women.
Another funny story, hey, like 3 weeks ago, a friend of mine was now told, the guy was like, how much for a... Then he was like, and then my friend was like, what do you mean? He goes like, 100 zloty. She's like, no.
100? Nah,
That's insulting. 100. Some are selling for 5.
You know, that shocked me. In Poland, girls sell themselves for less than Netflix subscription, guys. Like,
Yeah. Wait, so it's 100. Is it 100 zloty actually?
No, 5. At least
500.
500.
Sharks, how do you know the prices?
How do you know?
Sharks, how do you know the prices?
Maybe I'm the manager.
Are you buying?
But
I
100 zloty
I
is
don't pay.
actually little money.
Embarrassing
Like it's not
stories.
money anymore. Like
it's not money.
Guys.
Embarrassing stories put like a situation a girl was confessing with something like they sold it for like 250 or something like that. And I'm looking at yourself like, guys, your parents sent you here for 3,500 euros and you're telling me your only worth is 250.
that's little. You can't even buy groceries.
You can't buy groceries with 250.
But guys, I feel like as women, you just give yourselves unnecessary pressure.
That's another thing, hey. Like, I feel like it's... I feel like
What's the point?
it's not the point as such. I feel like, you know what, no shots to anybody, but I just feel like certain situations, some certain women who are in Zimbabwe, they didn't exactly experience life. So now when they now brought into Poland, they're thinking, this, that. But it's like kind of now embarrassing to some of us because you can't find a proper person because everybody be thinking you're all out to get their money. When, bro, it's not even like that.
That's
But
the
I feel like
thing.
it's more about pressure. Because as you're saying, maybe you're going to travel. Maybe you're going to travel to Geneva or New York at the end of the year, right? They see you traveling to New York or Geneva. They'll be like, I also want to travel like Tandy, right? But then they don't know like the type of work that you're putting behind the scenes. Like you're working, you're pushing and everything. They don't know that. But then at the end of the day, they're trying to use the shortcuts to get to where you are right now. Like, so like, I feel like at the end of the day, you need to tell them like, you need to work.
Yeah,
I
you
guess.
gotta work. And also, I think also people are embarrassed. One thing I realized in Poland, like, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Personally, I was there in McDonald's. I was sweeping. I was washing. And some girls would be like, no, I'm not gonna work in McDonald's. I'm gonna go and find this guy to
not
sleep
my
with that side
aesthetic.
and then he's gonna get my job. That's the thing. Some of us, we were there before the whole real estate thing, the whole thing. I worked there, saved up my money until I was able to actually get a proper CV to get a proper job. But some girls don't want to go through that hardship because, like you said, aesthetic. But is it really worth it that you're now selling yourself? Whereas McD, you could be making ×3 of that.
Yeah.
You can look down on McD, but it's paying the bills. The so-called
exactly.
travel, you're seeing people traveling. They're working also at McD. But hey,
Yeah, I think
But
that whole thing of not
but
wanting to work
munhu
hard.
every mari travel almost every 2 weeks. Hear me? Starting your parents.
Sharks.
It does not depend on what it does not depend on the person, but I also
Yeah.
feel like what Tandy said, it's mainly lack of exposure. I feel like that's the number one thing. Like maybe back home you weren't exposed to that kind of life. Like wakuya kuno vanotenda kuma holiday, ice cream and go pa Christmas. And then
Yogurt ndiye mwana.
yogurt nemwana, fruits nemwana msadike. And then you now like see someone else who's always lived like that, but now you have like, I mean, closer access to them. So I feel like just run your own race. If you're a girl out
That's true.
there,
Yeah,
run
that's
your
true.
own
Run
race.
your own race.
Hustle for your own money, because
don't
people like that ruin the dating scene for us. Because if I have pure intention that I actually want to be with you, not for the money, and then
Exactly.
someone else
That's
was with you for the money, it's hard for you to then look past that, because automatically Hazim girls, they just want money.
Thank you.
They don't want me for me.
But majority of the people who say Zim girls want you for money, they don't have the money. Anyway,
That's another thing.
let's move
Let's
forward.
move on.
I think it's also no shade to any other girl. I think it's these slay queens here in Poland who are doing some certain situations, who are forcing girls to now say like, let's get this done, let's get this done. But if I were my slay queens, yeah, we've heard
Yeah, because the
stories.
church turn and shanks couldn't want to know college after 3 days. Aruba ku Italy over and kuma hotel over and ku Spain over.
Yes, I know it's cheap, guys. I know it's cheap, but anyway, let's continue. How does Tandy balance being a full-time student, a real estate agent, and a traveler?
And a traveler.
What are her secrets to staying productive and motivated?
Okay, so obviously I've answered the motivation saying money motivates. Also, I think, to be honest, I think I'm very lucky that I went to a boarding school. So in terms of going to a boarding school, you're always so used to have a certain routine. Because, like in the morning I have to get this done, then in the afternoon I get this done. So I feel like that's how I've been able to create a certain kind of routine. And also shout out to my mom, man. She's really been the one who's pushed me like, Tandui, you need to make sure you create the balance yourself. So I would guess, to be honest, guys, discipline, I would say, is the biggest thing you can use to yourself to like also know what you want, so it's easier for you to stay motivated and disciplined to the routine you have.
Yeah, boarding school does wonders.
Yeah,
I went to boarding school for like a year. It was hard. Like it was because I was at Hellenic for 4 years and then I went to Gnostics for a year. Yeah, a year. The whole of lower 6 and first term of upper 6. I feel like that was the hardest switch ever for me. And it was because, it's a long story, but it was the most traumatizing thing I've ever had to go through to this day. But trauma aside, I feel like it's one of those things that really gives you the discipline that you need in the long run. Because I won't lie, I was a brat. Like, I would throw tantrums if I don't get what I want. I'll be like, why am I not getting this? And also, you're at a school where it's all those rich kids.
Yeah.
And you're probably a good family. But mariachi now so fanana ne kumakwana melisa. You now feel entitled. Do you get me? But I feel like boarding school I feel like boarding school does help with like discipline and just being someone who is structured. So yeah.
Okay, a question. Maybe what are some of the biggest lessons that you have learned like from traveling and being with these international conferences and the IEU models? Like, what are some of the biggest lessons that you have drawn from those experiences?
First and foremost, I would say take your time with life. Don't rush it. I think there were certain situations where I rushed myself when it was not necessary. So sometimes take your time, run your own race. Because when you are traveling, guys, you'll be seeing not just kids who claim they're Bingaldos, but like their own life. You can tell by somebody's life kuti they're in Bingaldo. And I feel like that kind of puts so much pressure on me saying I need to live up to this.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's not necessary, because now when you're actually talking to these people, you get on a personal level with them. They'll be telling you like, girl, it was not always like this. There was a certain point where it was, it was tough out there. So I guess that's the biggest like lesson for myself is like, don't comparison. Don't compare yourself. Run your own race and take your time. Yeah. Because it's not a rush.
Comparison is a thief of joy.
Amen to that.
So like, what would you advise someone who's trying to like get into the field, like the type of field that you are in? Like, what's the type of advice you'd like to give them?
Okay, so I'm in both fields.
Yeah.
The diplomats field, guys, hit me up if you actually want to start doing these MUNs. There's an MUN in Lublin. If you want to try and help yourself and to get into that world, hit me up. I got you. The real estate thing, I would feel like, know your landlords, guys. It's a very easy thing. For me, it was starting from talking to landlords, saying, guys, I'm trying to do this, and I feel like that would be the best advice if you want to get into the real estate. Into the diplomats, also be very confident in yourself, educate yourself, because you cannot join these things if you're dumb. You cannot you cannot enter these things if you're unable to actually speak facts or know just normal general knowledge, because you will look very silly when you're delivering your speech. You'll have a delegate saying, delegate of Zimbabwe, you have mentioned this treaty. Do you understand? You're not even part of the treaty. So who are you to be telling us this? So you got to know your stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. So, just a quick shout out to a new member of us who joined us. We've got Neo Productions, that's behind the cameras, our pictures for all your photo shoots, your birthday videos, everything, like your pictures, nice quality HD pictures. If you need those services, you just contact Neo Productions. We'll put the handle when we give you this video, so just hit them up on your Instagram or their phone number. We'll put it on the video so that you can actually contact them for all your videos and HD pictures. Thank you.
That was a nice little break.
Okay, this was a question which I gave Heaven. It's not Heaven's question. These are not Heaven's questions.
Well, you personalized this.
He's a formal guy. These are not his type of questions. So, you might start to look at him differently. So, is Miss Tandwe taken or single? I was just asking for the nation to know.
Oh.
Yeah, for people like us. Like,
I plead the fifth.
You're going to be the first lady. So I want to find you the perfect first nigga.
First nigga.
No, you're actually going to be the president. So we want the first gent. Is it? Yeah, we want the first gentleman. So I want...
answer for that. I'm going to put it in a diplomatic way. I plead the fifth. For this one, I plead the fifth.
No, into computer engineering. They don't understand. My doctor, no, nursing. They will never understand.
Why are you so rude?
So please.
Pretty interesting. Let me put it like that. It's an interesting matter.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just put it. We'll leave it there.
nah, why should we leave it? Like, wanna know?
You wanna know?
Yeah, I wanna know.
You know what? I think right now, I'm fine being me, just because I've realized I don't want to make this, not making it sound cocky or arrogant, but it's just the situation as I'm always busy, and sometimes it's very hard to make time for such things.
So like, you feel like you traveling like a lot, you won't be able to give your men's attention and stuff.
Yes, and also I like feel like I haven't yet met the person who can intellectually meet me there.
Shots fired.
No, not exactly.
No.
No, it's not shots.
Come on.
No, it's not shots.
Wow.
It's not shots. There was, obviously, but life happens. But so until I meet, because I personally prefer somebody who intellectually we can click.
I'm with you on that one.
Because there's more to life than handy Netflix and chill, guys. I also. Can you debate with me? Can we have a constructive, can we talk about the coronation? Can we talk about EU policies, like that kind of situation?
Exactly.
Not just,
not just my chills.
Exactly.
This guy only knows Melo and Sneeze. Okay.
Like, I can be talking about diplomatic stuff.
How does Tandwe stay connected to her African roots while living and working in a foreign country like Poland?
My mom and my friends. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm very blessed with some really good friends. Shout out to Natasha, Senseni, Kuda, Mkoba Sharks, my cousin Sasha. They're here in Poland with me. They really help me stay grounded and true to myself. So
we're always there for you.
Once in a while helps you stay rooted at home. So
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's true, because some of those people have actually lost their culture. Some of them think they are now Americans.
I mean, it's the fake accents that's happening in this country, guys.
Oh, guys, please. I'm not firing shots at anyone. Okay, some of them think they are British, okay? Some of them think they are Scottish. Some of them think they are French.
Tell them.
Guys, you are still Zimbabwean.
Thank you, Shanks.
You are Zimbabwean. You are still Zimbabwean. You forever be Zimbabwean.
It even applies to you. A lot of you men, I'm sorry, guys. Obviously, I understand.
But I'm
Poland.
indigenous.
I understand. Once again, no shots fired. But there are some individuals who had talked very finely as a man, and it's obviously, personally, you can call me childish, but an accent matters to me, because when you move to me, don't move to me when you're forcing it. And if you're indigenous, talk to me like you're indigenous. I will understand one way. But now when you're wanting to come at me with a and then
chiramba accent chita fight
and I in it manzo
In it.
and I in it My life, I'm just in it.
So, what are some of the social issues that you're passionate about?
This is, I don't know if men are comfortable with this, but it's a situation as to how condoms are now becoming free in Europe, but pads you still pay for. Yeah.
Yes.
Condoms are free.
Yes.
You see, this is what I mean when you're not intellectual.
Even in Zimbabwe, do you know that condoms are
it's
put
because
in toilets?
I'm not
and they're
sexually
free?
Latex intolerant. Shaz is latex intolerant.
Oh.
Doesn't use condoms.
It's
What
like
am I
that.
So, yeah.
How did you know?
So I guess,
Because you don't need to use them. He's not having sex.
Scambuli boy zero and a shag.
He doesn't use them.
Guys, to be honest, I'm not sexually active, and yeah, but
And my mother is a virgin.
Yeah, Sharks doesn't.
let's move forward.
All lies.
So yeah, guys. So personally, I feel like that's one of the big issues I would like to even address. And I've been trying, hopefully, fingers crossed, Yoga's Foundation. They're like a organization here in Poland who are trying to offer pads for girls back in Zimbabwe. So if you guys are on Facebook, go and follow those guys. They're really trying to bring things back to our nation.
Yeah.
Because I find it so annoying when you can control the people you sleep with, but you cannot control your menstrual cycle.
You can't.
And it's so crazy. A woman will 9 months when she's pregnant. Within those 9 months, a man can go and impregnate another 100 women. But yet the issue is bestowed on us women to take care of ourselves when these guys are being very reckless.
Yeah, but I get your point because like sex is a choice, but periods.
It's not a choice.
It's not a
You,
choice.
you don't
It's not a
choose. You
choice.
don't choose. Could I want to go on my period this month? I don't want to go on my period.
No, you
So
don't.
I think our leaders have failed us in this case. Women should be having these things for free.
Yes.
Yeah, they should.
Condoms should be sold at higher prices because yes,
Sharks.
I'm
If you sell them at higher
if you're
prices,
saying
like,
this, right?
people won't use them. Like, people won't use them.
Despite using fine, what if you're saying that they should be used at a higher price? You know how women are expected to be always on birth control, plan
Yes,
Bs?
yes,
I
Exactly.
feel like then it should be time for you men to be allowed to take a vasectomy.
They are allowed.
But will you take a vasectomy?
Men don't take that. They don't
because
have
like it's
serious.
permanent. It's permanent. This
You
is
don't
permanent.
take it.
This is-
Yeah.
After I have my kids, I want to stop having kids. Why should you continue? So take the vasectomy.
Let's do it
No,
together because I'm
guys.
going to have my tubes tied.
Thank you.
So why must you keep yours?
What
No,
exactly?
like in a situation where I have kids, like
You
if
know
I
the
have
big-
kids, I'm open to the idea of taking the vasectomy. But like when I don't have kids,
No,
why
obviously,
should
I
do
mean
that?
like in reference to when
Yeah, married.
we have both had like 4 kids and we say we're done now.
Nah, but I need the testosterone hormones.
It doesn't affect your
Yeah,
hormones.
it's
It
not like
doesn't
they
affect
stop
that.
being produced.
This doesn't
Nah,
stop
like,
that.
no.
It just stops your sperm count.
guys, I feel like I'm more of a traditional man. Like I'm more African. Westerners have not influenced me. I have not been colonized by my brain has not been colonized by the
So
Westerners.
if that's the case, if you're telling me you have not been westernized, why do you then sleep before marriage? Because in an African culture, you're not meant
You're
to
not
sleep with
supposed to
anyone
do
before
that.
marriage.
No, guys. Now you are wrong. That's why in the
Cough.
African indigenous religion
Cough,
we
cough.
have a method of marriage which is called kutizira.
Yeah.
But your parents stand for
So I'm
that.
going to go,
Your
but
parents
it's not
stand for
like they
that.
encourage that.
Guys, it's
Kuba
not everything.
kudala
It's not everything that the
But
Westerners do that is
Tandi, can I ask
encouraged.
something like this whole thing of sex before marriage, isn't it from the Bible?
Like it's Christianity.
it's from the Bible, not like
No, but also no. But even in the African culture, I think it's the Ndebeles and the Zulus, right? You have this whole ceremony that's done like when you're 21 and all of it to make sure umsebe is something like that.
Remember. No, it's not that one.
Umsebenzi wethu.
No, I'm forgetting the name, but they actually do it when you're 21.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To make sure you keep that womanhood for
Okay.
It's
yourself.
like a 3-day celebration or something
Exactly.
like that.
So it has been something. Just we use it in different. I'll actually ask one of my Zulu friends to tell us about that. But like it's a situation that's high, like considered with high regard. And also, guys, do you also not just want to keep yourself until then? Because
Nah, like
if you
why?
don't,
Why?
Why not?
why not?
Why?
Think
No,
about
like,
it.
okay, can I ask
Can you
something?
buy something you haven't tried on?
Do you know why?
What
have a
if you
problem
get
with
a
that.
big size?
No.
What if you buy
Okay, can I
things
ask?
The problem
which
I
you
have
do not
with
like?
that is that if you have multiple sexual partners before you're married, there is a standard, right? If I sleep with you and I sleep with you and I sleep with you and I sleep with Heaven,
Aye.
and then you compare
Ashao.
to know,
You see, but that's
Kuti
a
brag
point.
I die, but then I get married to I don't know Tatena, and Tatena knows nothing. Now I'm comparing. Do you see what I mean?
I feel like there's a Tatenda somewhere
You
out
still
there.
have no offense, Tatenda. If there's a Tatenda out there who's watching, but I'm saying like that thing of comparison.
Yeah.
It happens.
It happens.
Even with your first kiss, child. That's why
You
people ask
compare.
you, "What's your best? Who's the best kisser?" And
In
you can
Anzisi,
say
yeah.
that.
I think it's for women. As men, we do not.
No, but
No,
at the
but I'm
same time,
saying, like, you can still say, like, if someone asks you, you can still think of someone. Someone can come up in your head, right? So that's why I'm such an advocate
But can I say something?
rather,
Like,
because at the same time,
Can I say
to answer
something?
your
Yourself.
question though, you're
Yeah.
saying the same. Say you might like be honest, men. You guys, you don't care wherever you sleep with, but to be honest, if you found out she had been sleeping with everybody in this room, would you still hold her with the same regard?
No,
My
because like
point
these
exactly
people are
is
close
that-
to me.
No, but
Okay,
that's the
guys,
thing.
guys,
don't know
it
that.
depends. It depends.
On what?
Okay, if I do not love the girl, if I'm not emotionally attached to the girl, I can sleep with the girl who slept with Evan or Bradley. If they had no emotional connection with the girl,
do you know the
Again.
problem I have with men is that they want to mess around right now, but when it's time to be serious and it's time to get married, they want to get married to someone who's untouched. I have a
No.
friend.
But you've been the one busy
I have
drilling
a friend
holes.
who literally said, when I want to get married, I'm going to go and look for a virgin. But right now,
Okay, like,
guys,
how do you
Community
know? How do you
service.
know? How do you know she's a virgin if you don't
For women,
test?
it's so
some of us,
asking, like,
we are missionaries.
can
We
you,
are
like,
sent
wait,
to
wait,
pave
wait,
ways.
Stanley, how am I supposed to know you're a virgin if I haven't tested? You can just tell me I'm a virgin, Tina, I'm a virgin and stuff. And then I marry you, honeymoon, we get there, I see another virgin. So like, how am I
I
supposed
think
to
I
know?
couldn't
And you drown.
People lie.
No, but that's the thing.
People lie.
This is going to be such TMI information, but I feel like if you're an African in general, you know, especially a woman, you know, before you're married, your side of the family is entitled to check if I still am put together before you marry
wanna
me.
go, they know how to,
Exactly.
like,
So
test.
they can do that. They can come through if you feel like I'm capping to. You can be like, okay, Tandy, and then
they find out, and then they find out, and then they
If
find out
I'm
they're
not,
not.
then
Why not because it happens like before you get married, and also I think that's why vanatete vachipfekedza murora
Exactly.
kucheka kuti zvese zviri intact here because
Are you still
takamari
mukadzi?
No, but guys, to be honest, those things are no longer done these days.
wait
for yourself.
Exactly. No,
Yeah,
they're not
wait.
done. Like,
Wait.
yeah, that's
I
true.
feel like people are now colonized by the Westerners. Like they
What's
just.
this attached to? You've been
For example,
like,
can I ask?
colonizers. What's going on?
I feel like most of these women or men, all right, most of us here in Poland, we now think we are now Westerners.
Thank you.
We are forgetting our culture.
Okay,
Yes
to
and
be
no.
fair, you can forget your culture, but you're gonna go back home to your family that still might strongly believe in those,
Beliefs.
cultural systems and whatever.
But some of you will go back home and rebel, start saying, this is now evil. We can't do
Can I
this.
ask,
Hey,
for example,
I have my rights.
Can you ask yourself, how many couples are still going for New Start Center, like before they get married?
They're going for what?
New Start,
to go get tested
like
before they get
before
married.
you get married. Like,
That's
how
very
many of them
people don't do that anymore.
do
We
people
go.
still go for those ones?
Yes,
Ina
we
unda
do.
kwenda.
Me too. I want to go, man, because I need to know. Like,
Mm-hmm.
do you have an STD? What are you bringing back home?
Chill.
Okay, can I ask?
Chele.
And then you find out he has an STD.
We're
Yes.
done.
Yet
Bombastic
you have
side eye.
already slept together. Like,
No, but
What do
that's
you
the thing. I'm
mean?
not gonna sleep with you because
see.
personally,
okay.
like how she's saying, I'm saving myself for marriage. Like, shout out to my future husband.
Me
babe.
too.
I'm here
yeah,
for
like
you.
me too, like,
I'm personally-
Mute your mic,
I'm saving myself for marriage. I won't allow these women to use me. I am weak, but they will not overcome. I will not be,
Talk about mudzime
I will
mic,
not be used by these women.
Shanks.
My wife, you are getting your full package. You're going to open it on your own. Cut the plastic, cut the ribbon. You know that official
but I feel
opening.
like, wait, that's for me, guys. I feel like that one woman who's praying, like, so that I don't get into a relationship or anything.
God
I feel like my future wife is working overtime. Like, she's praying too much so that I don't get anyone else to mess around with because I've been single for too long.
Welcome to the game,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been single.
Guys, Mel goes.
Yeah, I've been
single.
single. I'm single, guys.
He's single and searching, right?
Stop the cap.
No, I'm not searching. Yeah.
You're not searching.
Yeah. I just want to be single.
Focus on money right now.
Okay.
Sometimes just, I feel like also that's another thing in Poland. What are you guys' takes actually on couples living together before marriage?
Okay.
Because for me, it's like, what's then to look forward to in marriage?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why are you then getting
that's the
married?
point.
Because why am I staying with you now? Is that not something we're meant to save when I'm married to you? Because also no shots fired to anybody, but I'm just saying like wait, is somebody who's staying with their girlfriend here?
No.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
No.
Okay. But but like it's like what's then the point? Because also do you not want to experience that full bachelor life experience of you being alone? Because look, you've left your parents' house, so you're telling me you've left your parents' house for you to be a res wife. And also statistics show, actually American statistics show that 82% of girls who stay with their men before they're married don't stay together. You're gonna now you've done all of that 2-3 years of you staying with this person for you to go your separate ways. Was it worth it? Busy sharing bills at what cost? Where that money when you're busy spending on your so-called man, you could have been getting your nails done, getting your hair done, but no, you decided to wife yourself up at only 19, 20. Live life, guys. Just don't rush this marriage thing, you guys, because some of y'all are looking scary in these streets. Just saying.
I agree. I mean, there's actually
Shots
something
fired.
that I watched on Saturday that was talking about this. The whole idea of dating is so that you get a little taste of what it's going to be in the future. Not kuti unomva wotodya zvinhu.
Votopedza ipapo.
Kungotesta kuti so so this is how it's going to be like. And the person that I was watching Elder Machando, he gave this
Young man.
Young man.
he gave this example.
Yafa.
Which is when Jagafana ne bubblegum, right? And could like when you first take it, it's now like still nice, right? But ukaramba uchingoditsenga rinopedza rakupera muto. So right now you are saying kuti vanuka tiri kutora gamu redu tozoda kuzo tikanotava kuti married asisina that's right? And he also gave that example of sex. Kuti people now these days they get married for sex, but like look at your parents. Because they know kuti. I'm saying, guys, listen. I'm saying that he was just giving the example of. Nowadays, like there's nothing much to look forward to because most people are doing everything.
But like back
now.
then, people also used to marry for sex.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Kuti, right now, like people can actually get married for sex. There's some people that would rather not have a high body count and just get married early, and rather not, And also, I mean, nothing has changed. History will always repeat itself,
unfortunately. But you guys, you men, right now, you're telling me you want to be with a woman. Let's say both your guys' girls have a body count of 50.
Nah,
and it's
wrong.
okay.
But what's your body count then?
0. 0. Why are you saying no? Did I say no?
You know what, guys in the comments, tell us, especially the men, do you want your high, would you still marry your woman if she had a high body count?
Shaq,
just saying.
Can we count your body count with our fingers?
Nah.
No.
We need to use everyone's side. Yeah, we need everyone's
And the toes.
And also
I'm
use,
joking, guys.
Use those people in the streets like, we need to.
I have 0 bodies.
Okay, guys.
Hey, but
sorry.
okay, before
You go
on
first.
that note, guys, gents, please. This is someone's future wife. Be sincere, guys. Don't go too much. Someone wants to marry that woman. Someone wants to have kids with that woman. Please. So try to be gentle, please. How can someone go 9 rounds, guys?
Do you know what? I feel like also with that, that's why people other girls then don't have respect. Because I feel like either way, guys will talk about these things.
Yeah.
They will talk about these things and say, yo, I've had 15 rounds. Because guys...
But men will be saying that, but they would have failed her also. Because I'm not trying to lie. Like, obviously, I don't have experience, but when I'm hearing my friends be like, yeah, guys, as much as he went for these rounds, but he didn't, he has nothing to show for it because you were so bad.
Oh.
Wow.
So sometimes y'all niggas be saying, yeah, I went all of these rounds, but did you satisfy her? Did you finish her? No, you didn't.
There's that too. Yeah,
But
there's
anyways.
that too. There's that too. Okay, I wanted to ask, like, just a quick detour. This is okay. It's not really related to what we're talking about, but this was supposed to be our icebreaker, but we just went straight into it. So, guys, let's say Chelsea, right? Chelsea and Heaven get married, right? Right now.
Josendu?
In heaven.
Get married right now.
What the heavenly marriage?
Just an example, right? Just an example. Right now, right? I haven't finished school. Maybe Heaven I haven't finished school. And Heaven obviously now wants to stay with his wife so that we can, come together and consummate and whatever, right? So in that situation, do my parents continue paying for my school fees, or Heaven has to step up? Because ideally, I'm 22, he's also 22. We are newlyweds. We are still very, very young, but I'm not done with school. But I get married. So who, in that situation, do my parents continue paying for fees, or my husband, Heaven, now?
You're both silly for getting married
Okay,
at such
can
an
I
age.
ask?
Finish your school first, because why are you burdening him? He's also very young.
No, but no, listen,
not
listen,
burdening.
guys. In a
It's
situation
like-
like that, Heaven has now established himself. Heaven, ane mari dzake, chishi ane deni yake, what, zvake zvaita. Inini obvious.
Heavens.
Not a
Obvious, I'm going to be in school for 7-8 years. So do you get what I'm trying? Do you get my example? Like maybe I'm now year 4 and Heaven is ready, but
Can Heaven afford your medical thing?
we don't know.
Exactly. Your tuition is like 15,000 euros.
Don't know.
No, like it's like 15,000 euros per year, right? That's a lot, guys.
That's a lot.
That's
for
a
So
lot of
Heaven,
money,
what
man.
would you do?
He should
No, like-
wait for you and
He
finish.
should wait for
if
me.
If he truly loves you, he should be your fiance now,
Okay,
and then you will get married to him when you're done.
Okay.
Is he willing to wait that long though?
Guys, it's just an example.
Okay,
Because my mom is on
can
the
I
spot.
Are you willing to wait?
Answer.
Yeah.
No face.
Okay, can I
When you're
answer?
done here, your man is waiting
In my
for
own
you.
opinion, like I feel like in my own opinion, it depends. Number one, with the financial status, yeah, Heaven.
Okay.
You can't expect Heaven to pay your fees 15,000. If I may say, like he's just in the junior phase of his career. Like you understand? If he's 22, obviously he's in the junior phase of his career. So like 15,000 is a lot.
Yo, iruma ziloti kana ma-US
Euros.
Euros, Baba.
bro.
15,000 euros.
to heaven. It's nothing.
Okay, let's remove Heavens. Let's use someone else. Right.
Like
Let's use
anyone.
me. Let's use
Hey,
me.
you.
I personally don't have that much money to cater for 15,000.
So you
euros.
wait.
Yeah. Correct.
Those are conversations I have. No day. All right.
Yeah.
Part B of the question. I know that in some families, lobola is like not how can I? Is it even rated? Okay, rated is the wrong word. But if you're more educated, your lobola is most likely to be higher because you know she finished high school, she's straight A student. An engineering, akapedza chichi. Heaven and hero and sandapedza chikoro. Is my lobola supposed to be okay or
Are we allowed to ask a part
Guys,
of that
okay.
question?
There are
Because
many people out there who are not educated who recently got married with 15K. So like that doesn't apply.
it doesn't apply?
yeah, because I think
Because some people
the
say that it does matter.
it does, but also the main thing, if you look about lobola, was because you're still a girl, you haven't slept with other people. Obviously, now in this society, it's not as big anymore. But I feel like if you're educated and you're still a girl, your man should run that up. Because, girl, you've been fighting demons, you've been fighting men in your DMs for him. So, guy, you should really appreciate the fact that you made all of these men go away. So, that's an appreciation.
The fact that women think they're the only one who
Exactly.
get James, guys.
Guys,
I feel like as men, we face more temptations than you guys.
Really?
that's true.
Trust me. It's just that
No.
ours are not in the DMs.
No.
Personally speaking, all of you, your DMs are drier than mine. But I overcome those temptations. I overcome.
God, Papa.
I overcome.
What did you?
No shots.
Shows of Wurirana after a podcast.
The pressure is getting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tandy. What's next for Tandy? What are her plans for the future? And what does she hope to accomplish in the coming years?
Okay, so I've got my plans staggered into years of 5. So years of 5, my 5th year with some of the goals I've set for myself is when I graduate. So obviously graduation and masters in international law and then work for the ICC. As of the end of this year, God willing, would have gone to the EU main the EU main campus in Belgium. That would be very nice. And then obviously 30, 40 years, you'll be seeing me Pambirina Tandy,
Okay, can I ask on that topic? Tandy. You said you want to be a president, right?
Yes.
Like, under which part?
Zanu.
Shut up, you're not Tandy.
No, he
Under which
knows.
part?
No,
Zanu.
Yes.
Okay.
Just
We're
because-
together.
That's nice. That's nice.
Just because?
One, I don't know if I
You can
can.
give us 2 reasons why you would support Zanu.
Right now, one, it's the only party with a proper constitution.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, I'm not gonna cap because our opposition company, our opposition right now, they've split up. They don't have a proper constitution. They don't have a proper cabinet as of 2023 elections.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I always want to be on the winning side.
Okay, that's nice.
So,
But you feel like they win. Okay,
no, serious. I like these kind of conversations.
do you feel like they win
No.
on a fair basis or it's kind of rigging? On a fair basis, do you think they would win?
Tinosungwa.
Young man.
The 5th,
That's why I didn't want to ask. That's why I didn't want to ask. Like,
Okay.
I
Young man.
withdrew my statement. Like,
Young man.
Withdraw your statement.
Which team
Honorable
do you
member.
follow? Yeah,
I'm neutral. I'm neutral.
Withdraw your statement.
I'm neutral. I'm neutral.
neutral.
I don't support any political party. I'm
Thank you.
neutral.
But you're coming
You
back to
support
vote for me, though.
Monzora.
Yeah, I'll come. If you're the one who's running for president, I'll
Don't
come.
worry,
and
I
vote
got
for
you guys back. You coming back to vote?
As long as I believe in change. If I see the change, that is, yeah.
Okay, like if it's you who's running for president,
Yeah.
I'll come and vote for you.
Come, Sharks.
Over.
Dear Chief of Staff.
But like,
Go staff. It's you. I got my one.
I'm just joking. Our Chief of Staff has been taken, so.
Oh, no.
So Pins a personal bodyguard.
no row.
VP.
No row, no row.
All right, VP. Talk Pins up, VP.
But I don't make him a bodyguard.
No, you
You
cannot.
risk, you risk your security. You risk your
Look
security.
at him.
Guys, we're going to start a GoFundMe for Sharks to start going to the gym.
Guys, I have a gym subscription.
he can be.
I have a gym subscription I've been paying since October, but I just don't go to the gym. I pay
I go
about
out in your
130,
place?
but I just don't go to the
Can I
gym.
go in your place? Can I go in your place?
Yeah, I can give you the subscription. No
Yeah,
problem.
of course.
No.
Guys, Anzo not for a body card, so he needs to.
Perform.
Unfortunately, I only have a body count.
Moving on.
Moving on.
So, do you have any parting words of encouragement to someone out there who aspires to be a diplomat or who wants to do what you are doing too?
Okay. I think I would guess my first parting words, I'm going to still stand with what I said in the beginning, was take your time. Don't compare yourself with people. And I guess above all else, God and discipline, guys, because some of the things God opens for me, guys, it's not me. Ndimwari, like genuinely, some of the blessings that are even meant to come through this year, it's genuinely, I also get shocked. I'm like, this is not me, but it's really God. And above all else, discipline, because you can wish for things, but if you're not going to work and be disciplined to get them, it's just... So that's what you're doing for yourself, just wishing and then actually not putting in the work to get the things done.
Hallelujah.
That was good.
My last question for you. Who's your favorite artist in Poland?
In Poland.
Yeah, in Poland. If you know
Wasonyanya.
any one of these artists in Poland, who's your favorite artist?
Wasonyanya.
Not like I'm just asking.
I plead the fifth.
Okay.
What about you?
Evan.
You're
Never mind.
his favorite artist.
Who's your favorite
You're
artist in
touching
Poland?
lives. Okay.
For fun, we like you.
But that's the thing. But No shots. I don't know proper like zing. He's doing it for fun. It's different. Whereas your mom brought you to Poland to study. Now you've decided to.
Swing music is okay.
So where are you going? Where are you going? Because it's scary out there. But yeah.
Sharks, do you have any parting questions for Tandy?
Tandy. I feel like you have said everything.
Yeah.
But would you mind maybe hosting seminars for women to educate them, to show them the right path? Because some people are lost in this country.
But that's the thing.
It's so sad seeing. I get emotional.
Yeah.
Is this personal? Nah, Sharks.
Nah.
But shout out to girls, if you're looking for a job, guys, if you want to even work somewhere as McDonald's, hit me up because I've got a connection in McD, seriously speaking. So hit me up in my DMs. You don't always need to be asking these niggas for money. You can work McD.
That's true,
Is there a MUN
yeah,
in
there's
Warsaw?
one in, the Warsaw ones are going to be held in August,
Okay.
but there's one in Lublin that's being held from the 9th to the 11th of June.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll
But you know, you should also go to Brussels. Girl, you're going to love it. The president of the EU is going to be there for the Brussels one. So I would highly recommend you sign yourself up for that one. Yeah, also, guys, I highly recommend anyone, if you're wanting to do MUN, come through to the one in Brussels. That's going to be held in July. And you will be able to meet the president of the EU itself. And it also helps you if you're an international student who's doing international relations, law, political science, you name it. You want an internship to work for the EU. This is something I'd recommend you take a look at.
What if I just like that stuff?
You can come through still.
Yeah.
You come through.
Okay.
I'll give you the link to sign up and everything. There's so many conferences all over the world.
We will talk.
Yeah.
We will talk. Yes.
Guys, entertainment sector. Go follow Sharks Entertainment. We have something. Sharks Entertainment and 263 Corner. We have many plans for you this summer. And Slicker, sorry.
And Slick.
And yeah, we have many things coming up this summer. We have events, outdoor events. For those who have families, we also have family fun days and everything. So just follow and stay posted, guys, because 2023 summer is going to be your best summer. Yeah. We just, and if you have any ideas of what you want, anything, guys, we just want to make you happy. In Angu, if there's one thing I want in this life, is everyone to be happy. Let's be happy, guys. Yes. Life is too short. Let's be happy. Let's not stress. No time to stress. Let's be happy. Hey, we all have our problems, but let's not let the problems distract us from our happiness. We want to be happy. Happiness for life.
Pamberna Sharks.
Happiness.
Pamberna Sharks.
No, Pamberna Tandy.
Madam.
You guys.
But also limit your fun, because I feel like some people are forgetting but
in balance, you know me.
I know. Don't score the VP.
Thank you.
VP Sharks.
No comment. Anyway, that brings us to the end of our episode. Tandy, this was so much fun. You should come back for a part 2.
Oh, we should, man.
We should come back.
When I'm president, you see me in the part 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No worries. We'll have our president and VP back
convoy.
in the building.
So just come to say hi.
Just to say hi, and we have slick cuts.
As the presidential barber. Anyway, guys, once again, please don't forget to check out the African Cup of Nations, the first edition, happening on the 21st of May. We're going to be there with Sharks being our commentator and the whole 263 Corner team. Would like to see you there as well. Please come in your number and support, and don't forget to be phenomenal or be forgotten. Does anyone have anything else to say before we close?
Tinenge tiri pabhora neka tichiti Mr. Phenomena vaisa govora.
No ways. Anyway, guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Share our YouTube videos, and yeah, that brings us to the end of our podcast. Thank you so much for watching.
Lovely.
It's been fun.
Thank you so much.
Go home and vote, actually, guys. Sorry.
Yeah,
You
register to vote.
Vision 2030.
Purchase your tracks today.